You're giving me a flashback when you're talking about this, and I think you have to put yourself in uncomfortable situations to get used to being in uncomfortable situations. And when I was a kid, I remember my parents like making me like order food at a restaurant or go buy something myself, and they stand behind me or whatever. But like putting yourself in those interactions, and as I'm remembering this, I'm realizing that like I'm ordering for my kids, and I really need to make them uncomfortable and stuff because that helps. The more you get used to it.
It
Now I
does.
gotta, yeah, I gotta ask you. Like, did you have Sunday papers? Like, did you get stuck with the Sunday rule?
So it was interesting because at the time with our local paper, I grew up in the Central Valley of California, and the local paper only had a Saturday edition, not a Sunday.
Oh, okay.
That didn't come. So Saturday technically was the big edition, and they didn't do a Sunday. And I think that changed over time long after I had the route. But it was the Saturday edition was the big one, and we didn't have a Sunday paper.
Yeah, because I can imagine if you had a Sunday paper, how much that would have weighed. At least
Yeah,
in
no, there were
growing up in
even
Boston.
yeah.
Yeah, the Boston Sunday Globe was literally probably a couple pounds.
Right, and this wasn't like I mean, this was a small, circulation, a local paper in a small town in the Central Valley of California, and but Saturday still had a lot of inserts. It wasn't as big as like the Globe or the San Francisco Chronicle or New York Times or LA Times, but it was that was the biggest part. But that wasn't so bad. I think the first few weeks of trying to navigate the bike with the paper bag hanging on
Yeah.
the front, that was a little tricky. And luck, I don't remember falling. I think I might have tipped over, but I didn't hurt myself. But I got that down.